Good morning, good morning. Today is Tuesday, November 2nd, 2020. Update on NEO. Man, NEO this morning just broke 35. 35. As you can see here, just set new highs. And here's the day chart. And it just continues to set new highs. It's set a high at 35.19, so it broke the 35s, which it was having major resistance when it made a new high right here at 34.96, and it just had a bunch of resistance right here for the last 5, 10, 15, 20, for the last 30 minutes, and then finally broke through, and now we're in the teens, potentially going to reach, now we're in the 20s, you know what I'm saying? Continuing dominance, which is bullish, man. It's so fucking bullish from what we're seeing. Deutsche Bank just put out an alert about a $34 price target. Obviously, we just broke through that. The day started. It opened at 33.60, tanked down to the 32.70s, and now we're up with new highs in the 35s, man. So yeah, man, like I said, man, everything about this stock is extremely bullish for me. They had news come out yesterday about NEO's new battery for 900 kilometer of range, and the launch of what they're going to do in Europe. So according to the founder, William Lane Bin, the Chinese electric car manufacturer NEO is currently working on a battery pack with the capacity of 150 kilowatts an hour, which should enable ranges from over 900 kilometers. Besides, the plans for the European launch in 2021 may become concrete. So basically, they're creating a new battery that'll double the time of driving compared to the current battery. And then here they talk about how they just increased in October, hit a record of the most vehicles that they pushed out in a month. And then here is some more news about the plan that they have in Europe. They're calling it the Marco Polo Project. So NEO establishes Marco Polo Project to accelerate entry into overseas markets. Chinese electric vehicle maker NEO is in the process of setting up the overseas division, tentatively codenamed the Marco Polo Project, to sell its models in Europe, according to the report by Chinese media. The report cited sources close to NEO as saying that the first overseas NEO house could be in Copenhagen, Denmark. NEO already has an export business team, which has recently deployed many staff members and plans to sell 7,000 ES8 and ES6 models there in 2 years. Another person close to NEO said, adding that to the core of NEO's export business and service-oriented, including one-touch power-ups. Marco Polo was a traveler and the merchant from Italy in the 13th century. His masterpiece, The Travels of Marco Polo, recounted their experiences in China, the richest country in the East at the time, which inspired Europe to look to the East and had an important impact on the opening of the ship routes. So basically, they're trying to set up shop in Europe, man, which is the second biggest EV market in the world right now, as I've showed in the last video on the chart. So, it's just having more news come out of great things happening in the future. Doubling the range of their battery is huge, man. That's more travel time without a charge or without swapping out your battery. They also have a great solution, which if a lot of people were concerned with electric vehicles, is that, what happens if your battery runs out and you happen to be on the road? Well, they have a nice customer service van. You feel me? Because NEO is really big on customer service from everything I'm seeing. And so they created a mobile charge station. So if you're ever stranded, you just got to call them up and they're going to send the mobile charge station. And within 10 minutes, you get about 62 miles of charge. You feel me? 62 miles ain't no joke. That's a lot, man. If you need to get home, hopefully you don't live 62 miles away, which I doubt you do. So you feel me? Well, whatever, which is great though. I mean, they're solving solutions before the problem happens. People have these concerns, and that's their solution. And then now, doubling the range of their battery for the future to come. That's, come on, man. I mean, come on. I mean, you can't argue with that, man. And then with the price of batteries decreasing over time, come on, you win it. And then here with their charge station, the top car already swapped its battery more than 500 times. You feel me? So it's basically proven concept that swapping out the batteries is working. So NIO announced that the cumulative number, I can't even fucking say that word right now, number of its EV battery swap service in China has reached 1 million as of October 5th, 2020. So they've already had a million swaps, over a million swaps, because we're now in November. That's 2 times more than May 25th, 2020, which gives us a glimpse of how quickly demand for the service grows. So, I mean, they're growing in every aspect of what they're doing. Since spring, NIO has expanded the size of its battery swap network from 131 stations to 155. So now they can continue to create more stations. Simultaneously, the cumulative mileage of all NIO EVs exceeded 1 billion kilometers, or 620 million miles. So again, proven concept that this shit works, man. The Mind Easing 1 billion NIO Pilot is the advanced driver assistance system developed by NIO. It supports 20 driving assist features and updates. So I mean, here we go, over 1 million hours and 70 million kilometers of journey on NIO's Pilot. More relaxing, more joyful. Autopilot, man, just hit the fucking button and the shit goes. You don't have to fucking drive it. You know what I mean? And again, another proven concept. Over 1 million hours and 70 million kilometers. You feel me? Of driving on autopilot. I mean, come on, man. And then here we go. 1 billion made convenient with Power Swap. NIO Power Swap adapts the world's first swapping technology backed by over 1,200 patents. The ultimate power swap experience that lets users resume the journey with a full charge in minutes. 150 power swap stations up and running in China, and 1 million power swaps complete. More than 500 swaps by the most frequent user alone. Lifetime free power swap for the first retail purchaser of a NIO car. You feel me? According to NIO, the users who are entitled to the lifetime free power swap service already saved themselves over 100 million RMB on energy costs. Now, in American money, I want to say, I honestly don't know, but it's probably like somewhere around 30 to 50 million dollars. Okay, the highest number of battery swaps on a single car is over 500. So, dude, it's proven concept, man. Proven concept. NIO has a company also taking advantage of the battery swapping since the government announces in April that models compatible with battery swapping can continue to enjoy subsidies from 2020 to 2022. Again, like I said, Chinese government has a contract with NIO until 2022, regardless of the price. So you feel me? Everything you're seeing is great news. Currently, NIO power stations can handle several battery pack capacities, as well as upcoming 100 kilowatt an hour usage by the ESA, ES6, and new EC6, although the company is working on the second generation power swap station scheduled for 2021. So, I mean, a bunch of shit is happening. They continue to move forward. If you go into their quarterly statements, as you can see, key operating results, deliveries, you know, from the third quarter of 2018, damn near doubled in 2018, slowed down a little bit in 2019, but maintained, then grew, then really grew, and then, you know, COVID hit around this time, and then boom, 10,000. So if you put this compared to last year's 3,500 compared to 10,300, I mean, they growing, man. There's continuing to be a higher demand. In total vehicle sales, as you can see here, second quarter 2019, 1,400. First quarter of 2020, 1,200. Second quarter of 2020, 3,400. So 146% increase year over year. 177% increase quarter over quarter. I mean, these dudes continue to move in the right direction, man. So, again, man, just wanted to update. I continue to find nothing but good things. It's, you know, I haven't really found nothing bad other than the fact that, you know, negative cash flow and negative earnings. But again, they're pouring all that money into growing the company because, as you can see through everything I've shown, they continue to grow, and they're going to continue to grow this company. And from what I'm seeing, you know, potentially being a dominant player in fucking China. Also, they just had some news come out too about what the election could mean for Tesla. So obviously Tesla is in the EV market, which is the dominant leader as of right now. From everything I'm seeing about NIO, you know, they could potentially take it over. But again, when do you ever see, you know, Chinese manufactured vehicles in America? I mean, I don't know of any. You know, potentially with this EV market, if they do become a serious leader in this market, I mean, you know, they could go overseas to America. But I mean, with the high demand in China alone, and then now with the Marco Polo project moving over to the European market, I mean, why do you really need to come to America? I mean, America's market isn't as big as Chinese market, and then if you add the European market to it, I mean, come on, man, you're taking over probably about, you know, 70 to 80% of the market in the EV. You feel me? So anyway, they say right here, Democratic candidate Joe Biden plans for the industry includes building more than 500,000 charging stations by 2030. He pledges to restore the full EV tax credit and will promote stricter overall auto regulations that could push consumers toward emission light cars, SUVs, and trucks. So basically, you know, trying to move America in the same direction as China, and hopefully get to the point where, you know, we have the majority of EV cars because it's better for the environment. You know what I'm saying? And then they're saying President Donald Trump has loosened fuel emission standards. Okay. Standard rollback will cost consumers and the climate, says analysts, and has a plan for a smaller of charging facilities, so a smaller number of charging. His approach will support the fossil fuel industry, and some say Republicans will be friendlier for American wallets when federal electric car tax credits were set to expire for GM and were zapped for Tesla in March. The Trump administration blocked attempts to extend them. The White House has not signaled additional EV support in the near future. So basically what I'm reading about this is if Trump stays in office, the EV market isn't going to move as fast in America as it would if Joe Biden becomes president, from what I'm reading right here. So what does that tell me? That tells me, again, if Donald Trump is elected president again, that means potentially the global leader can potentially be Chinese, which is NIO. You feel me? So again, man, you know, so you feel me? I mean, just every little thing that I see, regardless of even if Joe Biden wins right here, is it staying right here? 500,000 charging stations by 2030. Again, I think it's a lot better for the swapping station in China. I mean, I mean, what would you rather do? The charge time for Tesla is an hour for a full charge. Would you rather just sit your fucking car there for an hour and have it charged, or would you rather just pull up, swap out in a few minutes, and be gone? You feel me? I mean, come on, let's think about that for a second. Which one would you rather do? I know which one I'd rather fucking do. You feel me? So again, man, everything about this company continues to push in a bullish direction. As you see, popped past 35, setting new highs, and continues to run. So yeah, man, NIO is extremely bullish. They also have their they're also having their quarterly report come out for the third quarter, I believe November 9th. And then also they're having NIO Day come out, I believe in January, where they're going to be probably releasing the show of, or bringing their coupe, their car, because obviously they make they have SUVs and then they do have a supercar, but they're going to showcase a coupe, and they've been talking about now creating a, you know, a launch of a coupe, you know, basically a four-door sedan, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, more things to come, man, more things to come. Everything continues to look positive everything continues to look bullish. This right here is fucking dope. I mean, if you really look into that, over 1 million hours and 70 million kilometers, a journey on NIO's pilot. Come on, man. I love to just kick back, you feel me, and let my car fucking drive itself. You know what I'm saying? And then when I feel like I want to drive it, all I got to do is switch it back and drive that shit. You feel me? And then to continue increase their swapping stations and over 1 million swaps just says a proof of concept that this shit works. And the fact that they continue to grow and build more swapping stations, you know, again, which is why there's negative revenue. I mean, not negative revenue, negative earnings and negative cash flow, because they continue to pour money back into this company. And they're going to continue to grow. And from everything I'm seeing, they're looking like they're going to be a big, big player. You feel me? Potentially dominant player, because they're just so innovative with everything they do. Everything I research, everything I find is fucking dope, man. So, you feel me? Again, extremely bullish on NIO. Updated on NIO, you feel me? Just broke all-time highs in the 35s. You know what I mean? And we're going to continue to see what happens, man. And, you know, like I said, I'm already all in. You know, I got in at an average price of $27.56. And even at that point, you know, people were speculating whether or not, you know, that's already a little too high. But again, everything I'm finding shows that, you feel me, this stock is going to continue to run and potentially reach the levels of Tesla. And if the U.S. market isn't in high demand as China, and if, like I said, from the news we've seen over here, if Trump winds up winning, then they're going to be in a slower move compared to if Biden. But even if Biden wins, you know, regardless, the Chinese market is going to be more dominant, because there already is a 3 to 4 times higher demand in China. And then now that they're with the Marco Polo project moving into Europe, which looks like that's going to be concrete and cemented, you feel me, then they're pretty much taking over the majority of the market. So it's fucking nice to see. It's nice to see that they continue to move in the right direction and make moves that really solidify my position to be fucking bullish. You know what I mean? So just wanted to give y'all an update. You know, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but, you know, I put my money where my mouth is. And you feel me? This is where I got some money right now. And again, I was in at a starting price of $27.56, and now we're in the 35s. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's continue to see this growth. I mean, even if it has some type of strong pullback, which due to the yearly chart, I don't see anything that'll do that. If it does get a little more overextended and keep pushing, it's probably going to have a strong pullback. But since I got in at an average price of $27.56, now that it's up to the 35s, I mean, I see the strongest pullback maybe pulling back down to the 30 area, which is a potential. But I don't see it ever dipping back below 27 at this point. And if it does, well, shit, I'll fucking throw some more money and buy some more fucking shares and average down my cost, because I'm fucking bullish on this for the long run. You feel me? But there is no sign that shows that that's what's going to happen. But if it does, I'm still telling you, I'm going to buy up more fucking shares and be bullish in the long run. You feel me? This ain't for trading. This is for investing for the long term. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. Just an update. Fucking bullish as shit, man. You feel me? More great news, more great everything that I'm seeing. And let's continue to move in the right direction. And I'll keep y'all updated when the quarterly report comes out, which, like I said, I think it comes out on November 9th. But from what I'm seeing, that quarterly report is going to blow out the second quarterly report that just came out, which was this one. You feel me? 3,400 vehicles sold and 10,331 vehicles delivered, which, as I showed in the SEC filing the last time, I believe they're already up to about 12,000 vehicles. So, you know, they just continue to grow. So that's the update for today. And I'll make sure to keep y'all updated in the future. All right? All right.